everybody? Y'all, I had an amazing time on Clubhouse. We'll get into it. But we're going to talk about today, we're going to be getting into Bill Cosby. We're going to be getting to Tiffany Haddish and Common. We're going to be talking about Pastor Jamal Bryant and his ex. We're going to be talking about Nene Leakes. Yeah, and we're going to be talking about should men tell women they've been with other men? Okay, we're going to be getting into that as well. But my first topic is Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is in prison because he raped a white woman, and he raped a lot of women allegedly, but he's been convicted of rape. And so he's in prison right now, and he's refusing to take a shower. So he's smelling like boo-boo, muss, and everything else, okay? And he's blind, but he's refusing to take a shower. It's because he don't want to catch the Rona. So reports have came out that Mr. Cosby is refusing to take a shower. You know he's thinking. And my thing is this: prison guards make him take a shower. Ain't nobody should be able to sit here and smell that funk. Because, you know, old people, when they get funky, they get funky. You know what I'm saying? You already got to take him to the restroom. Somebody probably got to clean his butt because, you know, he's legally blind. Okay? And now he's refusing to take a shower. Only person that's okay with that is R. Kelly, because, you know, R. Kelly, I heard, that don't like to take showers. He love it real funky. I don't like. Okay. I can't even do the song. I was about to do the song. I can't even sing no more because, you know, they be out there watching. But, you know, I really feel like an infection is coming. And see, when you don't take showers and all that funk and muss and creases of the poops and all that, you get them infections. And then the other prison inmates, you know, got to smell that funk, but he's afraid of catching the Rona. But you will probably catch it more by the funk than actually doing it. So I think Bill Cosby is guilty. I do believe that he's guilty, and his ways of him sowing his royal oats and forcing himself on those women caught up with him, okay? I believe he's probably not guilty of all the women that accuse him, but some of the women he is guilty, and he even admitted in giving some of the women Quaaludes, okay? All right? And I heard Quaaludes was like the party jug of the 70s. Now, I wasn't born in the 70s. My mother was born in 1971 or 72. But I don't know anything about Quaaludes. So if anybody older folks in here, we got a lot of older folks. Some of y'all is Christians. Some of y'all in church. But before you was in church, did you take a Quaalude? Okay. I just want to know. You can let me know in the chat if any of my people, because, you know, I got a lot of senior citizen supporters. They say, you know, that's what they say out there. My audience are old. They're senior citizens. They say they old church women. Okay. That's what they say about my audience. Okay, that's what about the Quaaludes. All right. And so he's refusing to take a shower. That's what he said. So I hope he take a shower, because that dealing with the smell and being in prison, you know, you already got sweat. They probably ain't got good ventilation and all that. Take a shower, Bill Cosby. Take a shower. Okay. Now, Tiffany Haddish, this is why I think it's some clout chasing going on. I like you, Tiffany Haddish. I read your book, Black Unicorn. I think you are an amazing writer and storyteller. But she's in the news because she said she want to take a break from Common. That she want to break the. I'm just so tired of this Common and Tiffany Haddish relationship. I don't think that, you know, that Tiffany Haddish is going to be with him that much longer. But she want to take a break. And I want to know, either Common got a small peen, or Common just not a good man, because he can't keep a woman. But anywho, Tiffany Haddish said she want to take a break from Common. And I'm like, why do you want to take a break? What's the problem? What's the issue? And I think Common is a good man, but he just can't keep a woman. So what's the problem? And I don't see them. I just don't. They look awkward together. Tiffany Haddish and Common. I don't see them. I don't see them being together. I don't. Tiffany Haddish and Common. I don't see that. It is not a good mixture for me to see them two together. I don't see it. I know people out there will say, oh, Wiley, what you talking about? You single, you cross-eyed, you don't know love. Well, I don't think they're in love. I just think they did it for clout, but I don't see what do Common see in Tiffany. And usually Common's attracted to black women that's into black power, that's into, you know what I'm saying, being an activist. And I don't see Tiffany Haddish about black power and being an activist. I just see her being geeky, joking. I really see Tiffany Haddish being with a white man. That's what I see Tiffany Haddish with. Somebody geeky and white. You know, I don't really see Tiffany Haddish with somebody black. So I may need to leave Tiffany Haddish a voice note and ask her. So give me a second. I will leave for a voice note. I will go to her Instagram and leave for a voice note. And then when we go to Clubhouse, if she's one of the speakers, I will go up there and speak. But let me leave for a voice note, okay? Hey, Tiffany Haddish, just Wiley. I really just saw in the news that you were taking a break from Common, but I don't really see y'all together. But anywho, I would love you to come on the Wiley Show, and so you could break, you know, the story of why you want to take a break from Common. But I don't really see you with Common. I really see you with a white man, in my humble opinion. But, you know, I see you on Clubhouse, girl, because I'm on Clubhouse and everything like that. I love your book, Black Unicorn. I hope we can, you know, see that. But I do see you with a white man. I just see it. I'm not a card reader. I don't read cards, but I do see you with a white man, in my humble opinion. I do. I do see her with a white man. It's just something with it. I don't see her with, I don't see her in Common. I don't. I could see Common with Erykah Badu. Did they ever go together? I think they did. I don't really see her with it. Y'all can let me know in the comments and see how that go. But that was in the comments. Now, I got to get into this, y'all. I'm triggered. I'm really triggered. Nene Leakes announced with Ben Crump, attorney for, he's active. He's always, you know, he represents the Breonna Taylor family. He represents Trayvon Martin and so many other families. But Nene Leakes decided to go live with attorney Ben Crump, and she want to boycott Bravo. And let me tell you why I'm triggered. Because I'm so tired of these black women that are signing up for these shows, not getting paid much, and they don't get they don't get the contract that they want, and they want all of us to boycott Bravo. And I'm like, what is your point of action? You want us to stop watching Bravo because you couldn't get a good contract with Bravo, so now we have to stop watching Bravo? But what was about the previous contracts that you had? So she's announcing that she wants us to boycott Bravo because she said that it's racial discrimination, that they're not giving her ways to be promoted within the series. So I'm looking like, you know, should we all just boycott Bravo? And I personally, I don't know. I need more information, because me just boycotting Bravo because you didn't get a multi-million-dollar contract, are you really worth a multi-million dollars? That's what I want to say. And I need more details. I need to hear Bravo side, as well as I need to hear, you know, get more in detail with Nene. But they are saying that Nene Leakes is asking you to boycott. I'm doing the boycott automatically because I don't watch Bravo. I really don't even watch the show. So I'm going to have to call my friend Sean King. Well, he's not my friend. I don't know him like that. Let me not sell it like that. But I'm going to have to send him a DM to see, is he supporting this boycott of Bravo? We actually read Sean King's book, Make Change. It was a great book, great read. But I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Are you going to boycott Bravo? Because to me, this is another case of maybe Monique. Okay. And I do believe that she needs to prove that they was mistreated her. But we also have to look at the treatment of her anger that she's been doing on the on the show. That, you know, destroying property, messing up cameras, etc. You know, I have been on different sets in my career, and whatever you negotiate, that's what you get. You have to negotiate a good deal. If you're a bad negotiator, you would get a bad deal. Now, do I believe that discrimination goes on many different shows? Yes. Do I believe these networks treat some black counterparts less than they treat white counterparts? Absolutely. But you need to be building a foundation and putting in the work instead of just out the blue. Okay, everybody, turn off Bravo. Why haven't you been out here being activists like Portia, being on the front lines? When the last time you seen Nene Leakes out here protesting or out here in the streets, or out here being an activist? Are you just want to be an activist because you're not getting your multi-million-dollar contract? That reminds me so much of Monique. Now, I understand that, okay, you get mistreated, but where have your history been fighting for the mistreatment or the race or the income equality with the average black man and woman? But now that you're not getting your coins, now we got to turn off Bravo. Okay, press 1 in the chat if you're turning off Bravo. Press 1 if you're turning off Bravo. Press 2, you're going to continue to watch Bravo. Let me see in the comments. Press 1, you're going to turn Bravo off. Press 2, you're going to continue to watch Bravo. I want to see what y'all going to say in the comments. So give me a second. I want to see what are y'all going to say now in these comments concerning Bravo. Okay? We got a lot of people that said, too, they're going to continue to watch Bravo. So y'all saying y'all are not joining the protest. I need that part 3 of Potomac. Sorry, Nene. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how y'all protesting when y'all up here watching Potomac? And I didn't even see the Potomac stuff. We're gonna be getting to Pastor Holy Or, as they call him, Pastor Jamal. We're gonna get into that. But you know, Nene, I just think that we need a little bit more information. Because don't be doing that, because when the last time I seen you out here protesting, fighting for equal rights, but then you're going to get Ben Crump. And Ben Crump, how you going to be used like that for a prop? Is you really getting a check from Nene Leakes because she hired you? Did you do your research? And then Reverend Al Sharpton said he agreed with the protest. But Reverend Al, how you agree with the protest when you was throwing some shade at Byron Allen when he was trying to sue Comcast for the mistreatment of not allowing some of his networks on with Comcast? So Reverend Al Sharpton, with all due respect, how you going to support Nene with Bravo, but when Byron Allen was going through his problems with Comcast, you pretty much threw Byron Allen under the bus. You pretty much threw him under the bus, sir. So I want to know, Reverend Al, how are you standing up for Nene? Make that make sense. Because I do remember when the CEO, Byron Allen, was out here, you know, suing Comcast, was out here about to take it to the Supreme Court, etc. And Reverend Al was throwing a little shade. Okay. And then Byron Allen came out and said, Reverend Al don't speak for all black people. And he right, he don't. He speak for a small majority, but he don't speak for all us black folks, okay? But let me know in the comments. Y'all pretty much let me know. Y'all are still going to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, and y'all are not going to join the podcast, okay? So the protest, all right? But I was shocked to see Ben Crump on there, and I'm like, are you doing this for clout? Or are you doing this for attention? Because you be on the news for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that I can say about them civil rights lawyers, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Because they're fighting for the rights, fighting for justice of these different families, etc. Okay, so I understand. All right, so I'm gonna move on to the next topic. Pastor Jamal Bryant is this a mess because one of the cast members of the Real Housewives of Potomac showed some receipts. I believe her name is Monique. Okay, and she pretty much dragged Pastor Jamal Bryant ex Giselle, and you know, showed the receipts and pretty much put it out there that Pastor Jamal Bryant was cheating with this woman or sleeping with this woman off and on for 10 years, and that's the ex, and that Giselle and Pastor Jamal Bryant was not in a relationship, that was a lie, that Jamal was actually smashing another woman. So the woman actually, Pastor Jamal Bryant ex, actually did an interview with All About the Tea. Okay, did an interview with them over there, and she pretty much was talking about the women show receipts of being in Pastor Jamal Bryant's house. She thick too, look real good. Okay, she showed receipts of Pastor Jamal Bryant sleeping in the bed. She was just showing receipts, and I'm like, you are really sneaky, lady. So you actually sit there and took pictures. So you already knew that you was gonna throw shade at Pastor Jamal Bryant. But the host was asking all these questions, but she didn't ask the question, did you ride Pastor Jamal Bryant peen? Because last time I read the Holy Scripture, fornication is against God's word. That you can't be out here screwing and you're not married. So I wanted to know, and they would not answer my question. I kept putting in there, with all due respect, ma'am, did you ride Pastor Jamal Bryant peen? I wanted to know it. And so they kept avoiding the question. She was talking about he was a liar. I want to know, did you ride his peen? And then I put a follow-up question, how was the peen? I wanted to know it. Did you jerk? Did you feel the spirit? Was you overwhelmed? Did you come multiple times? How many times y'all do it? Did y'all do it 3 times in the bed in a row? How was it? Did he do it from the front, from the back? Was it missionary style? And, I wanted to know because I saw how thick she was, because I saw the picture. She's a really thick, curvy woman. I wanted to know, did they have love? Did they make love? And if so, did they listen to Jesus Could Work It Out? Or did they listen to As a Meet in This Bedroom? So I wanted to know, did they, you know what I'm saying, play the gospel record or R&B record or a Mississippi Mass Choir record? What did they play when they was getting it on in the bedroom? I wanted to get to the root and to the tootie. Because why is she so mad that Jamal Bryant did this? So obviously she missed the peen. That's what I think, in my humble opinion. I think that woman is bitter because she ain't got Pastor Jamal Bryant peen no more. She missed it. She missed it. He probably was whispering in her ear, nice and sweating, them getting on, talking about she gonna marry her, that she gonna be the first lady, that it's good and tight. And she probably mad that he went on with somebody else and pretty much lied to her. And then the hosts were being messy, talking about how many children Pastor Jamal Bryant fathered. I mean, that man been slinging it. He up there preaching the word and slinging that peen. I'm here for it. Tell him that. Tell it all. So one of my producers already sent me tea that the deacons were having a meeting that they wanted to remove him. Well, one of my producers that's in the church said that some of the deacons wanted him to be removed, but I guess overall, the most of the deacons said he could just explain what he did. So that's pretty much what they talked about in the interview, that the deacons wanted him to explain. But I'm like, ain't y'all tired, full gospel, of having pastors that slinging that peen around? Ain't y'all tired? When are y'all gonna get y'all a holy man of God? Aren't y'all tired having a hoe as in charge of the church? Ain't y'all tired having y'all pastors just slinging that peen and everybody talking? I would be embarrassed if I go to a full gospel church when the pastor is slinging peen. Did y'all not learn from Bishop Eddie Long that y'all had another known whore? I'm just saying. Monique called her a man whore, Mandy Man. I don't know what she called her, holy man whore or something like that. But aren't y'all tired? Y'all knew this man history. Y'all didn't vet the deacons. Y'all didn't vet this man before y'all made him y'all leader of the flock. I'm just saying, who was the deacons? Who was the deacon board? So y'all mean to tell me y'all gonna give a blind eye? This man just screwing. And then in the interview with the lady, one of the hosts was like, Pastor Jamal Bryant is dating another pastor in the church, a female pastor that was just hired at Full Gospel, but they got the relationship on the hush hush until after this Potomac stuff passed on. And then they were saying that she was saying how much he lied, but never trust a man that pretty much cheated on his first wife. I'm just saying. Now, I mean, bear with me, people. Don't a man of God supposed to be holy? This man slinging so much peen. And he probably got some good peen. He probably is anointed. He just weak to the yoni. But my thing is this, Pastor, if you want the yoni so much, why don't you marry? But you can't because it's something desired down in your spirit that you love different, all types of women, that you can't commit just to one. But how can you preach the word of God when you always slinging that peen? I don't understand that. I don't understand. I could just sit under no church like that and my pastor just slinging that peen all willy-nilly. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it, but most of y'all church folks, this is what y'all gonna say. We all fall short to the glory of God. No man is perfect. I heard it all before, but that's embarrassing. Y'all pastor just slinging peen more than he out here preaching. He supposed to be casting out the devil, not just casting his peen and all these women yoni. And then the woman got so mad, and she's so educated and messy. The one that was with him off and on, she up there spilling tea to Monique, so Monique could go on the show and spill all the tea. Now, yet the woman is educated, she thick, you know what I'm saying, look really good, but she's messy. I said, you are so messy. You giving information to Monique, and she gonna get on there. Well, I was gonna interview Monique I was gonna interview her, but I had to show her that, and she was happy when she said Monique was telling the truth. And then the lady got on the interview. She said, "A true lie can't stand by the truth." So she happy that Pastor Jamal Bryant got caught up in the mess. But then Pastor Jamal Bryant, he was reading for his binder upside down, and he was up there throwing shade towards Monique and her husband and towards the woman that he was screwing. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just do what y'all want to do. I'm not here to judge. I just want to know. I just don't want to have a man of God laying hands on me and he out here screwing all these different type of women, and you wonder why you cheating on your husband, because spirit leap. That hoish spirit is gonna leap. That's why you can't let everybody lay hands on you and pray for you. You wasn't like that. You never would cheat on your husband, Henry. But that your hoish pastor was laying hands on you. Now you out here cheating on your husband and all that type of stuff. I don't let everybody lay hands on me. Put on the, fingers smelling like yoni juice and Pangea wash and all that. I don't want that. No. I want my pastor to be clean. That's why I want my pastor to be holy and clean, not hoish. Can I get an amen in the chat? I want to be clean, not hoish. I don't want to be coming to the pastor's office and smell like yoni. No. I just want I don't understand. I want to be clean, okay? But that's pretty much what was going on. And one of the producers sent it to me, and I was watching it. And I'm like, that lady is bitter. And I'm like, I think she's bitter because when you're with a pastor, you want to be first lady. Because if I was a pastor screwing a woman, I'd be the main thing I'd be saying, yeah, I'm going to make you the first lady. You'll do the first lady, right? I'm the first lady. I'm going to be the, I'd be saying it in the room too. Giving her, telling her that she's beautiful, that she's everything. I'm going to marry you. You're everything. You're going to be the first lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sing too. I'm going to do all that type of, when you in it, you say whatever. You're going to say love. You're speaking to her, Shatan. You'll be doing all type of stuff when you in it, okay? All right? And then once you come, that's it. You go jump on somebody else, all right? She wanted to be first lady, and I understand it because, these pastors, they really be saying something. And Pastor Jamal Bryant probably really great in the bed. And it's pull out. If you having all these baby pastor, pull out game is weak. And it's hard. They be talking about pull out. It's hard to pull out because it's let me not get in here, preacher. It's hard when you in there. You don't be thinking about pulling out. You be like, let me stop. Let me go head on. They ain't ready for this type of teaching. It's hard to pull out Because some, you know, that when you connected with somebody in the bedroom and that spirit, you sweating and you in it and it's nice and right. The rhythm is right. You in it in the morning and yawning. It's to just pull out. No, it's hard. It's really, that's how a lot of people get caught up. That's why you got to be having missionary magnum. That's why you got to have that prophet magnum or brother Trojan on. But if you don't have a missionary magnum on or brother Trojan on, it's hard because, you know me, my pullout game is very, very, very weak. That's why I don't pull in. That's why it just be me, my Vaseline in my hands. I don't pull in because I understand that my pullout game is very weak. It's very, very weak. So I don't pull in because I know it's going to be hard for me to pull out. I'm preaching right here. I'm preaching. I feel it. I don't be pulling in, especially if it's a night tight spot. It is real tight. So I don't pull in to no tight spaces. No, I don't pull in. I just pull out. I say I stand. Oh, I just said no. I don't do all. No. Okay. Yeah, get brother Chosen on, but no. I don't know. I think Pastor Jamal Bryant. I think he brother Magnum. I think he wear Magnum. I don't know. I'm gonna have to call Dr. Larry Reed. I'm gonna call Dr. Larry Reed. Let me leave Dr. Larry Reed. Let me leave Dr. Larry Reed a voice note. Let me leave Dr. Larry Reed a voice note and see if to see in his spirit. To see in his spirit is what's the name? Is Jamal Bryant Trojan or a Magnum? I don't know. I'm gonna ask Pastor Jamal Bryant. Should I ask the producers? Let me know in the comments. I might have to ask him. I don't know. All right. Now that was some good teaching. All right, look at that. Now I heard all of that, so I just hope that Jamal Bryant learned, and he's not. You know, you're going to continue to hear him get in some mess and some controversy because when you cannot control your pain, I don't think you should be over a ministry. Okay, you must first be delivered and learn how to put your pain under subjection. That's how can you be over the house and over the ministry and your pain, you can't control it. You got to make sure you got to put that pain under subjection and that flesh. The Bible speak and said the flesh is weak. That's why you got to fast and pray and meditate on him and stay prayed up. And you got to fast because the flesh is weak. And that's why you got to ask the people to pray that you get that Holy Spirit out of you. Because it's something. That spirit is something. Only the hoes agree with me. If you're a hoe, you know what it means hard. Shata. When you know, it's very weak. And it's many people that got that spirit of that hoe, and it's in them, and it's in them strong. They can't control it. Yeah, they're a bishop, but they can't keep that peen under that peen just be jumping. So if you can't control your peen, you shouldn't say nothing towards the gay community. You shouldn't say nothing towards no other community. If you can't keep your peen under subjection, don't you try to call out people that's in the LGBT when you can't keep your PENIS under subjection. I said something. You must first live up to the biblical principles before you try to preach and tell everybody else how to live up to those biblical principles when you can't keep Mr. Peen under subjection. I'm just saying. Let me move on. Now I know Pastor Jamal Bryant probably never will come on this show, but it's okay. He the one. And then just imagine I'm at church and my pastor on Instagram with a binder upside down, being messy, talking about somebody got CTE. You can't even get CTE until you gone. And got the bind upside being messy. How do you feel you in somebody's church like that and they up there trying to spill tea? First of all, they already sent a text to his ex that he was dating and off and on, talking about, well, we just doing this for a reality show. So you lied. That means if you're pretending, it's a lie. So then you lied, then you fornicated, then you lied again. Them a lot of sins that's been stacked up. You know what I'm talking about? And you talk about you a preacher. Where? This is why people don't take church serious. They don't take church serious. In full gospel, y'all should be ashamed of yourself because y'all had another pastor that embarrassed y'all from CNN, MSNBC, embarrassed y'all across the world. So y'all should have made sure to get y'all a man that can keep that peen under subjection, because y'all previous pastor that's eating dirt right now couldn't keep their peen under subjection and got y'all spending all of that money that y'all have to spend, all of that money, and put a black cloud over that church. Do y'all got another pastor that can't keep his peen in his pants? I don't understand that. I would tell them deacons to resign and get some strong people that's in there that gonna get a better pastor in that church. But that to me, I don't like that. And the way in the world I'm going to church, like I wouldn't dare take communion from no pastor like that. He can't keep his peen. Y'all got it everywhere. All type of just playing game. How you appreciate you playing games with women? You know what? Let me stop. But you better let me sit down. Ain't nowhere in the world. Ain't nowhere in the world. I just can't do that. You saw your church all on CNN, so you would think the next pastor be close as perfect. Well, Wiley, ain't nobody perfect. You gotta understand, he's a man. Ain't no man perfect. Well, y'all get somebody to keep their pee under subjection. I'm just saying. And get married. Get your wife and settle down, brother. All right. Okay, let me move on. Let me move on, because I know I got some people that go to the church and stuff like that. They're going to get offended. They're going to stop giving. So let me move on. I don't want them to stop giving. So, and they give more over there. So maybe I should be singing, who knows. All right. So my last subject, and we will open up StreamYard. I don't know if any women want to come on. I think Dee going to come on with me and join up with me. But it was some big controversy. We talked about it yesterday on about the young brother that Jason Lee interviewed. And he pretty much said he wasn't going to tell his baby mama that he liked men. So I put in a title, I said, men should tell. And let me tell you why. That woman needs to know that you like to ride peen or put peen in your mouth or up your butt. That woman deserves to know, because if somebody tell her that and you didn't tell her, that's embarrassing. So let her know. And if she's strong enough and open-minded for you to do it, then let her, that's good. But if she say no, she say no. But don't just take her in and you done it, or you was in there taking it up, licking it out, and you're not gonna let her know, that's embarrassing. Let her know that if you really respect that woman, you will let her know that you like peen up your rectum and down your throat. She should know. And if you're not willing to tell her that, if you're not willing to come out and let her know that, don't play with her feelings. The same thing, if she love to put on straps and love to eat yoni every day, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, she should tell you. Y'all have to communicate that. That's something that you have to tell. Because if somebody else tell that, it's embarrassing that you didn't tell it. You let it be known. And if she open to it, she'll do it. Okay? Now, I saw some women out there talking. I know Neek was saying that she not open to it, but you're still beautiful. That ain't going to change. Neek is still beautiful, but Neek at night, she's not open to it. She said, no, I don't want a man that like other men that is bi. And that's her choice. And women, you don't feel shame. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. If that's your thought process, that's your thought process. It will, and men that is bi have to understand that it is women that will accept you. But not every woman is going to accept a man being with another man. That's just fact. Now, some women would pretend that be into that, but if you read them in real life, now on StreamYard, when they get on the platform, they'll say, yeah, I agree. I'm open to it. They ain't that open to it. They just said it because they're on StreamYard with the public. But they perfectly like, no. Let them find out that they man Pookie may have been getting rectum up, got up to his rectum, up his colon, and getting screwed and stuff like that. They won't like it. They get the cuss and say F word and S word. Most women are not that open to it like that, especially black women. They're very, very conservative. Okay? And that's why it's okay. I remember I was dating this woman, and I wasn't dating, I'm sorry. I was attracted to her. We were, you know what I'm saying? We liked each other. We would kiss and make out, blah, blah, blah. And she was really falling for me. She was really, really falling for me. Because she would follow me at church. She was thick, short, my type, brown skin, thick, just everything that I like and love. She had it and some. And she was really following me. She would pick me up. We would go on lunch together. She would wait till I go on my lunch break, so we'd go to lunch together. We would buy each other lunch. We would have conversations. It was just, she was really falling for me. But I knew that I have been with men, and I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to tell her. So what did I do? I had a conversation with my uncle. I pushed her away because I didn't know what to do. I was young, and she was everything. Good kisser, child, everything. I remember one time, man. I remember one time I was at church, and she showed up at a visiting church that we were at, and she came there dressed thick, and I direct that choir like it was the last the choir to direct. Beautiful, smelled good, because I used to just see in her housekeeping. She was beautiful in her housekeeping, but then when she came to the church, I saw her in her regular clothes. I said, how is I'm pulling this? So I'm like, I got that, I got that swag, that conversation. But I did not want to play with her because I have dealt with men. I was, and I did not want to mess up her life. So I just pushed her away. I pushed her away. I regret it because she was everything, She wasn't ugly, very good. I was shocked that I was able to pull that. But women, if you're a man, if you have good conversation, you're a good man, good provider and everything, and women are very, women are very observant as well as, and I used to be in snowstorms. She was like, Wiley, you in that snowstorm? She would call me Marquise. I'll be in snowstorm, coming to work in a snowstorm. But we just started picking up conversations and talking every day. And she would go through a lot, and I would talk to her, give her advice. And she would always say, you mature for your age. I wish more guys was like that. But, she was really falling for me. And I wasn't ready to have that conversation because I do believe that you should let her know. I don't want to be on ODL and you marry. I got a friend, a former friend. He got a woman pregnant. He never got her pregnant, but he's on the DL. So he got married to her, and he got a certain type. She looked good, very attractive, but he liked men. So she confronted him, instead of him admitting that he liked men as well, he divorced her and he got another woman and the same type, but he's still in the closet. And I said, whoop, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm not going to lie to a woman if I like to ride pee or lick up down my throat. That woman deserved to know. Period, point blank. She deserved to know. It should be her choice whether she want to be with a man that gets screwed by another man. I said what I said. It is what it is. I'm not pandering towards women. I'm telling you the truth of my truth. I believe that woman should know. I don't think, well, I ain't telling her. If she don't ask, I ain't telling her. I'm like, bruh, you ain't gonna tell her that you douche and take stuff up your butt. You ain't gonna let her know. Like, that's crazy. You should let her know. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I'm like, you should let her know. Let her know. Of course, that girl should know that you like to go to drag shows and you like to vote and you have been involved with a man. That woman deserves to know. Why? Women, it don't get the same attention as men and men. You know why? It's because a lot of men accept women and women being together. They don't, not all men believe in that, but majority in society looks at it different. But women ain't trying to hear that, especially the sisters. So it's best to have a conversation and let it be known. And you will know the ones that's not into it. You would know the ones you keep talking and just ask them some questions. You'll know where their headspace is at. Because when I had a conversation with Neek at night, Neek said she ain't into it. Y'all know how Neek at night get. Y'all know how emotional she get. She get real strong on her opinion. She ain't in it. Okay, she's still beautiful. That ain't gonna never change. She's still beautiful. I still want to take her out to dinner. At least we could go out for blogger to blogger. We go out for lunch or we go out for some crab legs or something. But she said no. That's what she said. She said, Wiley, I ain't intimate or something like that. And then there was some other stuff that came out. I could be messy with that, but I ain't gonna be messy because I could be messy with that. Because speaking about the Neek at night thing, Neek said Storm wanted her to be the beard, or she said Storm wanted her to be his beard. Y'all remember that? I ain't gonna never forget that. I remember that. And then Tasha K was like, "Oh, your pajamas, it got yoni juice on your pajamas and all of that." And y'all remember that? I know I went over what That happened this year. It was a big controversy with that. Okay. And she was like, Storm wanted to be the beer and all that because Tasha came, reached out to Neat, and then she came out and Tasha was like, you tried to date Storm and all that. Then Storm Monroe came out and said that Neat said spoil your rotten cookie. I'm just saying that's what they said. That's what they did. That's what they did. They surely did that.
Your show now. Press 1 to hear important instructions.
That's exactly. He came up with the song. Spoil right now.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
She's beautiful and stuff like that. She is. Okay, you said you would need. Most of y'all would need, and it's okay. And it's so, but there's some women out there won't mad if a man that got bent over by another man. There's some women out there that is accepting to that. Period. So we will open up the phone lines, and I'll allow y'all to speak on it. If y'all open to speaking up to a black women or women, period, all women is welcome because we got women all over. But yeah, y'all, you are mad about him being with a guy, but don't give out how many women he screwed. Yes, and see, yeah, but again, some women they told me they said, Wiley, I can compete with another woman. I cannot compete with another man. It was a movie, and they talked about Down Low Man in this movie. They were it was the name of this movie is Cover, Cover is name. I highly suggest y'all go get it. It's on Amazon where you can get the DVD. But in the movie, that woman was like, I can't compete with him being. I see if it's a woman, I can fix my hair, I can put better makeup, I can do this, fix my clothes, but I can't compete with another man. And you can't. You can't. Now I'm not going to say that if you with a bisexual man that he's going to just cheat on you with a man. No, he could be as faithful if he have his mind made up that he love you and that y'all are together and he do it with you. That don't mean that he would cheat on you because you just cannot automatically put that stigma that bisexual men will automatically cheat on you with a man. That is not fair to put that on them. It's not. It's some great guys that is bi that will be a good father, that will be a good provider, that will be a good husband to you. But if you don't want that, that is your choice. But I do believe if you are a brother out there and you are talking with a woman and you have been with a man and you have been in the lifestyle, you should let that woman know, because if she find out later, that is issues in the relationship. So let her know. And if she said, I can't be with you, let her go and try to date somebody else. Move on. But don't be in there, well, I'm going to just keep it. I ain't let her know if she don't act. Like, no. Because if somebody tell her, but Robert been with so-and-so and so, it's going to be embarrassing to her. It will come out better. You can control the narrative if you say it. If you come out with it. Right? That's just in my humble opinion. Now, it's some women out here that want to speak on it. You can speak on it. But I pretty much said what y'all was going to say anyway. Like, that's just my humble opinion. I get so many messages from people that's in the lifestyle, and they say, Wiley, you don't take up for us. It's not that I don't take up for you. I do. And I feel like nobody should discriminate towards somebody that's LGBT. But when it comes to a relationship, that is that woman's choice, just like that is your choice. If you're gay, that don't mean that you should be with a woman. Nobody should force you to be with a woman. It is your choice if you want to be attracted to the same gender. So that is that. It's just same way with that woman. And I was on another platform and they was like, why you believe it? I'm like, you can't force a woman to change her idea to be with a man that screw other men. Some women will never, ever agree with that. No matter how you try to break it down, no matter how you try to break it down with statistics, that woman, her mind made up, she ain't on, because most of them got the visual of they man getting screwed by another man, and they are not going to agree with it. No matter how you try to preach to them or teach them or try to break down the statistics, no matter how you try to say they closed-minded, they won't agree. 9271, calling you on air.
Hey, Wiley, this is Seattle calling in.
Hey.
And for me, I'm married. I've been married for many, many years. But for me, I do not go by a lot of the biblical things. I have a totally different belief. I am not religious. I am what some people call spiritual, and a lot of people get upset about that term, spiritual.
Okay.
But I believe in the gods, not one God. I don't believe in the things that most people do. And with that, that's from a lot of research on my own. And I suggest that others do that. The Bible is not the only one. The Quran is not the only one. Read them all, baby. Get it all out there. But anyway, back to the point. In regards to sexuality, the Bible and religion makes people have to choose a particular sexuality that they want to be in, and they tell you what is right or wrong. I don't believe in that. I believe in a vibe and a feeling. If somebody's giving you the love and feeling, they treating you right, then you do you. Do what feels good to you. You're not hurting anyone or anything like that. But I do believe a lot of our government, our laws, our policing, a lot of that is from religion, and also sexuality, and how you give it out or take it is based upon a lot of religion.
Or, if your husband were to come to you today and say, baby, I got something to tell you. I have been involved with men. How would you receive that information?
Now, when it comes to that, I would be upset because we've been together for forever and forever. And you just now telling me this?
So you on the side that he should share.
You didn't trust me in the beginning?
Okay, she should share. That's the piece of the conversation. Should that man tell the woman? And you believe that man should?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and vice versa. Give the person the opportunity to decide, to choose if they, want to go through it. Because here's the thing. The person who's deciding, okay, if they're going to stay with the other person, the person that is bisexual or whatever, there's things that's going to come with that. A lot of stigma that's going to come along with that. Maybe some ridicule from whoever. It's not going to be a clean ride because other people know, and the streets talk. It gets, eventually, like you said, either he's going to tell them or she's going to tell them, or somebody else from the outside is going to tell. Who do you want to tell first? So anyway, if you give that person the opportunity to choose, they know what they're in for. Because it's not just the thought in their head, oh, this person messed with another guy and he might like guys too and they might leave me for another. No, it's not just that. Also, it's that, but it's also, again, the stigmatism from the outside party.
That's true. Well, we thank you so very much for telling me how you feel.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. That was from Seattle. Yes. 9867, calling on air.
Yes, hello, Wiley, and hi, Wiley friends. Hi. So, I listened to your whole life, so I'm just gonna go into some of the stuff that you mentioned in the beginning. One, I agree, Bill Cosby needs to wash his tail. That's very much disgusting. Okay, especially because there's a lot of bacteria, especially in the jailhouse. It's just a hot mess. The fact that no one is forcing him to take a shower is a big problem. Secondly, I'm glad Tiffany Haddish taking a break from comedy. She needs to. The fact that you're wondering why she was never funny. That's why. She's just a walking caricature, and sometimes can be an embarrassment. And she was never funny. Now, I would say she's not a funny stand-up comedian, but she's funny if you put her in movies. But I just don't like the loud black woman trope that she always carry around. And what tipped the cake for me is when she brought fried chicken to one of the, I don't know what type of stuff. I'm like, girl, bye.
Did she
like,
bring fried chicken?
Wearing a pink
So that's
wing.
true. She really brought some fried chicken.
Yes, she went. It was some big establishment award. It was like, yeah, I think she was like a pimp or something, and she's like, yeah, here's my chicken in my bag, and I'm like, girl, stop, like, stop. You should have just bought watermelon and then a gallon of iced tea, and not even the brand, the off-brand iced tea. She just an embarrassment, just like when Nicki Minaj wore that chicken wing necklace around her neck. It was just heebie-jeebies. Common should have stayed with Angela Rye. As you mentioned, I don't see Tiffany and Common as one item. It's just like they're polar opposite to me. Like, Common seems more woke. Tiffany seems more like a caricature, like I mentioned before. With Pastor Jamal Bryant and what have you, Giselle needs to let that relationship go. It's been dead when he cheated on her. It's been dead when he had all these multiple kids. Okay, like, what's up with these preachers doing all these illegal things that they preach about, or fornication that they preach about, and then asking for forgiveness? Like, no, he's embarrassing you. Like, let's let it go. And lastly, Wiley, I know with the black woman and the black man, stay into them. Oh yeah, I meant to mention Nene Leakes. I love Nene Leakes, and I have not watched the new Real Housewives of Atlanta because she's not on there. I'm sorry. She made the show. She is the show. Candy is a snooze fest. Kenya, I don't know what she's all about. The other girls are just not giving it to me. They're just not giving me the life that I need to get with Bravo for this series. So unless they bring Nene back, I'm not watching it. And then, as you mentioned before, Wiley, I do believe that men should tell their loved ones if they're interested in another man or they have slept with another man. That I do not disagree with you on, but I don't think men will do that. Right? Men barely tell you they have an outside child. I mean, I don't have to deal with that, but they barely tell you that, right? Or if they're even married, you think they're single. And I never dealt with that situation either, because I know sometimes your chatters in there will think I've been through these things. But if they don't do that, what are they going to tell a woman they slept with another man? As your previous caller mentioned, with spirituality and with religion and stuff, it's a very big deal. And if you grew up in church, they always talked about like Lot and his wife and Sodom and Gomorrah and things of that nature. If they're not comfortable within themselves, then I don't expect them to be comfortable with me, and they can always lie.
That's true. And my thing is this: it's like the church members suffer too, because everybody know your pastor is out here screwing everybody. I think you are held to a higher standard, in my humble opinion.
Yes, as people should be understanding, but that's a tough pill to swallow. Like, you feel like, I mean, the thing is, I rather them tell them before they get very serious and have a conversation, or at least test the waters with the lady just to see, how they feel about it. Like, hey, how adventurous are you in a relationship?
Because it's hard. Like, once you start screwing a woman, feelings started to develop, once you get into making love. And if you're not willing to commit, if that woman is falling for it, that could be hurtful for that woman if you're not ready to commit.
I agree. So I think before people get to that stage of, swapping body fluids, they should have that conversation. Do people not have these type of conversations? Like, I mean, you're supposed to be looking at background check, make sure they're not a pedophile, make sure they don't have any pending charges that you're aware of, because people do scam. That should be a conversation.
Facts.
Right? Like, because that's part of who you are. Like, the thing is, people think they have to change for the other person, and you don't have to, because there's someone for everybody. What I like, you may not like. And it's okay. Just be honest from up front. But I think, I don't think a lot of Black men will be honest, because that's a very uncomfortable conversation to have, because there's going to be like, okay, does she view me as an actual man? Is she going to emasculate me? There's a lot of things that we have to go through. A guy in that area will have to go through before he feels comfortable coming out. Now, I would say this behavior is more acceptable for women, right? If a girl was like, hey, yeah, I sleep with women and I sleep with men, they'd be like, oh, yeah, hell yeah, let's do this together. Women gonna have another threesome. Okay, it's more acceptable for a woman to be bi than a male to be bi. Because the men are thinking, oh, okay, I got two shorties in the bed with me, we can make it happen. For a woman, and they're like, I don't think this is going to happen.
Are you
in a
relationship right now?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so you're single, but your desire is to be with a man that only been with women only?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
That is my desire. Like, I only dealt with heterosexual male, but again, I don't know if he's truly heterosexual. You can tell me you are.
Yeah,
you're in a relationship and you are, but I don't know what you do behind. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, okay. You never know what anyone is doing. Right. Like, you just don't know. You just hope that the person is honest with you.
Okay, I feel you on that. Well, thank you for calling in and telling me your opinion, because I think you represent a big majority of women how they feel that they want their man to be heterosexual and not bisexual. So thank you for
thank you so much, Wiley. And hopefully you do a live on the stimulus package and the government.
I will.
Waiting on that live to come up from you.
Tomorrow, I have it in my notebook that we got to talk about it because Trump put like a spin to it. So tomorrow morning, that will definitely have to be for the morning show.
Okay, what time is the morning show? Because I got to call in for that one. What time?
Okay, I'm going to do it like around like 9 or 10 o'clock Central Time. So, but I will pre-schedule it so you will be seeing it on the community wall.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Wiley. Have a great night.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I know this is like a touchy subject, but it's a subject that we have to talk about. So I am on stereo. So we will go on stereo immediately following this episode. So I am up. I got my cup of coffee right here. I'm gonna talk with my girl D1. We're gonna go on stereo together. Let me schedule the episode because I want to make sure that we are live over there. So I'm gonna schedule the D1. I don't know if you're in the bushes. Okay. Okay, give me us okay. All right, so I'm gonna put it right here. Give me a second. Right here, I'm getting it ready. And I'm gonna send you the request, D. I just sent you the request. Let me put it right there. All right. Give me a second. All right. Let me do this. Give me a second. We're going to do the after show on stereo. So if you have stereo, we're going to go on stereo right now, immediately following this episode. So let me do it like this. All right. There we go. All right. Okay, so I just added you on there, okay? And one thing about stereo, I'm waiting on D1 is to accept the request. Once you accept the request, D, okay, you accepted it. So let me share it in the chat. I'm gonna drop it down in the bushes. Drop it in the chat. Let me make sure we get any callers on. We're gonna do the after show over there. It gets really, really uncensored. So you download stereo. Okay. All right. Yeah, stereo is better than station head. So let me put it in there. All right. Pinned it. Okay. All right. Thank you so very much. We're going to go live on stereo. I want to give a special shout out to everybody that came through today. Y'all have definitely been doing this. All right. Give me a second.
That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to that, okay?
Don't stop. Keep it going.
All right. Yes. I cannot wait. And shout out to that producer. Yesterday we were talking. I put Mariah Carey on my wish list. And that producer got that book and is on my desk. Thank you so much to that producer that copped that Mariah Carey book. Thank you so very much. So we seeing it right here. Thank you to that producer. I have it on my table. And thank you to that producer that got me that book. I'm excited for that. Okay. I have it right there on my I put it on my table and I was like, okay, I could read this. So it's a lot of books that I'm currently reading. President Obama book. So I'm adding on there as well. So that producer got it. Like I had got it the next day. She got it. And I was like, oh my gosh, the book is here. So thank you. So I'm going to add a little bit more stuff on my wish list. If anybody want to get some stuff on there, I add some stuff on there as well. If you want to cop some items for us. Thank you so very much. I will see you all on stereo. All right. Everybody got it? I will see y'all over there on stereo. It's going to be lit. Ooh, it's going to be lit. D, are you ready? Okay. Are you ready, D? Let me know, is you ready? We are on stereo. We are going to be on stereo for 7 days straight. So every day we're going to be over there on stereo. Okay. So I'm going over there with D1 and it's going to be great. All right, y'all following me? Thank you all so very much. Some of my people are asleep. Wild Boy there, Kara Brother is raw. That's not watching me. You zoom out the camera, you too close. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I see a lot of people in there. Join me on stereo. Let me send a couple of people a message that want to join me. Is that Tiffany Haddish? Oh, I thought Tiffany Haddish sent me a message. My heart just skipped the beat. Okay. All right. See y'all over there. Peace. Let me drop it down in there one more time. So if y'all coming over there, let me drop it over there. For y'all to let me drop it one more time in the comments. All right. I thought that Tiffany had to send me a message. See y'all on stereo. Peace. Okay.